Hey everyone, Sin here from the Last Counterforce. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button before we get started. Okay, very excited to bring you a review on the new Unity Axon switch. This is the Surefire and Crane sync model. You can see here, it says sync right there on the side. Kind of hard to see there with the lighting, but okay, let's get rolling. The reason why this unit is so cool and I couldn't wait to get my hands on it is because this is a combination of two things that are already in existence today. The first part you see here is the Unity hot button, which is the angle that most people use to activate a light. And then you have the flat switch here, which companies use OEM switches to activate lasers, and there's aftermarket accessories for this as well. This is the first unit that has it both built in together. And you can see it's a very, very small, very, very tight unit, very compact. It feels very strong. Excited to give this thing a try. You can see here from the packaging, pretty simple. This one here is the Surefire Crane sync version. They have a sync and a non-sync version, and they also come with the Crane style. They come with the D-ball style. There's lots of different variations that you can view on the website there. Overall, very, very sturdy, very impressed. Packaging is pretty simple. As you can see here, it just lists if you can scan for installation instructions, if it's something like that that you might need. Okay, so a couple of initial thoughts. The unit feels very strong. It feels very rugged. Even though it's a polymer unit, almost kind of has like a little bit of a rubbery feel to it, especially here on the bottom. Overall, feels very very strong. Unlike the OEM switches that tend to come with with a D-bow. The unit comes with very simple hardware that you can use to install this on the rail of your firearm. If you need installation instructions, again, you can scan that little QR code right there for a video on how to do so. They also make M-lock holders if you want to install this in an M-lock type of scenario. Okay, let's see how this compares size-wise to a few different setups. All right, here's a picture comparing the Unity Axon switch to a couple of different common setups. Starting over here on the right, you can see that I have a Unity hot button with an OEM style switch used to activate the D-bell that comes with the unit. This is very common. I'm not in love with this mainly because you have two separate switches. The OEM switch from the D-bell only attaches on with Velcro, so I use a rail wrap and some bungee to help hold it down a little bit. But again, you have two separate units there to fire the light and laser combo. Takes up a lot of rail space. Not really in love with the setup. You can see here in the middle the Unity taps. This is the V2 sync. This is actually very nice, but it takes up a lot of space. You can see here almost twice as much as the Unity Axon. And again, this works the same way that the Axon works as well, where you have one button that will fire the laser, and then one that will fire them both together. Overall, this is a good setup, but again, I tend to like that angled feel. I feel like the thumb to activate that angled button there really does help, in low light or tactical situations. And then on the left here, you can see the Unity Axon, half the space as the other setups, same rugged and tactile feel. Really love how little space this takes up. You can see I also included on the very left there a Chinesium version of the Unity hot button, which I do not recommend at all, mainly because it does not feel rugged at all, but I just have that on there just for giggles. Overall, again, this picture is just to show the difference in comparison from the top three setups where you have the new Axon compared to the Unity taps, compared to the Unity hot button with an OEM tape switch. Overall, my first impressions is that I am extremely impressed with this switch. It feels great in your hand, it feels great and looks great on the actual firearm, and I'm excited to swap out all of my switches for this. It has a nice strong feel to it. It's very, very small. The buttons feel very, very, very tactile. Not sure if you can hear that there, but when you click, has a very strong response when you click both buttons, so you know that you're firing, especially in low light situations. The bottom there, again, feels very rugged, very, very short, about half the size of most other setups. Overall, it seems like an awesome unit. If you're like me and you love to have that angled button for your lights, but you also need to have something to activate your laser, you're going to be very excited to have this in one small unit. Very excited to give this a try on all of my laser light combos. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for more reviews from The Last Counterforce.